Hey everyone, I finished watching the next Wild Force episode. Uh, Dang, I can't remember. Soul Searching, that was the name of this one. I really like this one. I'm really surprised. So far, I really am enjoying all of Wild Force. It's weird, because, like I said before, it's never really been a series that I was, like, super into or anything. To me, it's always been just kind of this weird little in-between thing, where it's kind of like it's different from the previous Saban seasons, and it's totally different from the upcoming Disney seasons. But yeah, I'm really liking this series. So yeah, starting it starts off where the last episode left off. The Lion Zord is weak. No one knows what's going on, and then Shayla reveals to the Rangers that there's something called the Soul Bird, and the Soul Bird has healing powers. It's in the forest somewhere. So the Rangers go down to some random forest. It's not really that weird considering like how the series has been going so far. This is still like a very fairy tale-esque type of thing to do. Like, oh, there's a magic bird in the forest that can heal the Lion Zord. Okay, cool, let's go find it. And it's in the first forest they go to. Alright. Oh, and also the Lion Zord is weak because it can't handle having the Bear Zords on it for some reason. I don't really know what's so special about them that makes them too much to handle, whatever. So, Master Org somehow learns of this. Again, I don't know how. Like, he doesn't have any kind of, like, he doesn't have a viewing globe of his own or any kind of spy equipment, so how does he know what the Rangers are doing? Who knows, whatever. Jindrak and Toxica go out to find the Soul Bird first. Jindrak and Toxica, while they're going out through the forest, they see the Bulldozer Org, which I like this Org. He's a kind of cool one. Uh, let's see, he's a bulldozer, and he's voiced by Jason Font, who played Wes in Time Force, and that's kind of cool. Although apparently Jason Font doesn't have that wide of a range, because all this is just him doing a deep voice. So anyway, the Rangers run into the Orgs, and the Bulldozer Org is already giant. I don't know why. Apparently Toxica can just make it grow whenever, or it just grew on its own. Who knows? Whatever. Uh, they don't want to risk calling the Zords, so they prepare to fight the Org on their own. But then the Lion contacts Cole and says that he'll fight. So then the Rangers get the Megazord together. They battle the Org, and they need the Bear Zord, so they call the Bear Zords, and the Lion Zord is willing to try, but then he can't hold it together. The Zord falls apart, and so the Lion goes to attack the Bulldozer Org himself, but gets swatted away, and the other Wild Zords are defending the Lion Zord. The other Rangers are helping the Zords, and they're holding off the Orgs and tell Cole to go find the Soul Bird on his own. So Cole goes to find the Soul Bird on his own, and there's a lot of stuff happening right away. So anyway, Cole comes face to face with Master Org, who I guess was just taking a walk in the woods or something. Whatever. So anyway, they get into a big fight, and Master Org is throwing Cole around with vines and stuff, and Cole drops that photo that he had of his family, and this triggers a memory for Master Org, and we see the past. The couple in the photo, they're running through the woods from something. They're carrying a baby. They get into a tent. They're trying to barricade the tent, but then Master Org breaks in, and in a really interesting, really cool scene. I remember this as a kid. Was really cool. We get to see human, or well, kind of human version of Master Org. Like, you can tell it's Master Org, but it's also human. He doesn't have three eyes. He doesn't have a horn. He has hair. He's like dressed up as a human. His face is more gray than white. Like he's still in the process of transforming into Master Org or something. It was a really cool moment as a kid to see that. And the father from the photo yells, "You took the seeds, didn't you?" And this really, uh, as a kid, it just made my mind go wild. Like, what does that mean? He took the seeds. Like, did he eat seeds? Did he, like, use magic seeds to do. What are the seeds? What's the. Do they have any connection to the magic seeds that the bear twins gave to Taylor in the last episode? Who knows? But, so anyway, uh, apparently the father dies in battle with Master Org. Yeah, he like wraps him up in vines, and as a kid and like remembering back, I seem to remember when the mother's running, we hear off screen there's like a yell or something. I can't remember now if that's actually in the episode, but I'm kind of surprised they were able to get away with that considering how like standoffish with violence Power Rangers usually is. Even in Time Force last year, which is probably like the most violent any Power Rangers season usually gets, the violence is never super graphic or anything. At the beginning, when Rancid kills Alex, you just see slash, explosion, sparks going, and then Alex falls over. At the end, we see like Eric and Wes are being overwhelmed by Cyclobots, but we don't actually see like major wounds or blood and gore or anything. They're just getting beat up really bad. Um, yeah, whatever. So anyway, this is like kind of extreme for Power Rangers and really bizarre coming out of freaking Wild Force, which has been so fairy tale-y up till now. But then again, there's violent fairy tales, so I guess this fits. So then Master Org catches up with the mother. He grabs at what he thinks is the baby, but it's just an empty blanket. Where's the baby? And she's like, no, I won't tell you. And then he kills her. Or, heavily implied, he kills her. Wow. So anyway, um, in the present, Cole retrieves the photo, the Soul Bird appears, Master Org zaps at it, and it flies away, and Master Org tells Cole, the Soul Bird is never seen twice, and that was really weird. I don't know, like, how does he know what it does? I don't know, who knows. Also, that's just such a weird thing, you never see the Soul Bird twice. Also, I'm thinking back, I think I remember this kind of sort of plot in Ranger, except they weren't looking for a bird, they were looking for an egg, and then the egg hatches into like a little Muppet chickadee or something. I can't remember what was going on in Ranger. At some point, I'm gonna have to rewatch Ranger to see like what this is in my memory. I remember that little puppet chickadee thing. Anyway, um, Master Org leaves. I don't know. I guess he saw the other Rangers coming or something, or... Oh, I know, the other Rangers are still, like, with the Zords. I don't know why he left. Okay, anyway. The Gorilla Zord shows up to Cole, and the Gorilla Zord goes to fight with Bulldozer Org, and the Gorilla Zord has a really bizarre ability. It can immediately grow banana trees, climb up the trees, grab the bananas, throw them at the monster, and the bananas blow up like bombs. Sure. Oh, and there's this weird jazzy music that accompanies the Gorilla Zord, which is weird. We just saw like someone's parents get murdered. Throwing bananas now. Whatever. So anyway, the Gorilla Zord has the ability to combine with the other Zords and use the bear Zords. So let's see, it forms with the other Zords, and we get the Conga Zord. And with the Conga Zord, the Rangers were able to defeat Bulldozer Org. And then once Bulldozer Org is defeated, Cole takes the Rangers to where he fought Master Org and saw the Soul Bird, and he sees a Soul Bird's nest on the ground. When Master Org zapped at it, it knocked its nest out of a tree, and there's one single egg inside. He picks up the egg and says to himself, "This chick is never going to know its mother." And it's a kind of a somber note to end on. So anyway, it's a really cool episode, really action heavy. Uh, the story is still really interesting though. The search for the Soul Bird, I feel like probably could have been handled a little better, because like I said at the beginning, they just go to the one forest, and there it is. Shayla never gives them any kind of, like, specific way to contact it, or communicate with it, or whatever. Oh, and also the Lion Zord is better now, I guess, now that it doesn't have to worry about, carrying the Bear Zords. Sure. So then, looking through the notes here. Oh yeah, one of the things I've heard about in the flashback scene, and it'll be revealed later on in the series, The the couple in Cole's picture, his parents, yeah, they've said just straight out it's his parents now. I've heard rumors about like where the direction of the story was going to be with them. That originally, like according to the like from this flashback, it looks like they get killed, but then later on it'll be revealed that they weren't really killed, and that they were actually Jindrax and Toxica the whole time. I've heard that weird rumor that that was an original idea for what they were going to do. I really don't like that idea. That's a terrible idea, especially because of how Jindrax and Toxica have been established up until now. Like, they were with Master Org however many years ago when the Animaria, or Animarium was still part of Animaria. So they're like thousands of years old. Also, they were in human disguise working at that animal lab. And from what they say to Master Org, it sounds like they were in human form for like centuries. So for a little while, did they change into completely different people, have a baby, and then forget about it again? That's yeah, I don't get it. I don't know how that rumor came around. Or maybe it was kind of like a thing with Fury and Ivan, like in Dino Charge, where the parents are like trapped within Jindrax and Toxica, or kind of like Mike and the Magna Defender in Lost Galaxy. That is a story point the Power Rangers has done a few times, where there's like a good character trapped within like the body of a bad character, or sometimes there's a bad character trapped within the body of a good character, type of thing. Maybe that's what was planned to happen later, but yeah, the parents are dead. Just dead. They're not coming back ever. Which I kind of like. I kind of like that they're allowed to just stay dead in a Power Ranger season. Usually that's a big no-no that a character dies and stays dead. So anyway, the Gorilla Zord is really goofy, but I really like him. He's really cool. Uh, it's a really unique Zord. One of the things I remember when I was watching Wild Force was the CGI animals all made me think Beast Wars. And I remember wondering at the time when I was a kid if Wild Force and their CGI animal Zords had taken any influence from Beast Wars. The Gorilla Zord in particular looks kind of like Optimus Primal, although its face kind of resembles Rhinox, actually. That's weird. So, yeah, so that's all for this one. I really like this one. It's very different from what we've gotten previously. Up until now, most of the episodes, like, they really felt like Sentai episodes, kind of. They had, like, a very fairy tale, childlike tone. And then this one comes along and it starts off like that, but then it turns into more kind of what we've had the last few seasons, like Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Time Force, the kind of darker seasons of Power Rangers where we have a villain connected to one of the Rangers in some way, like murdering a family member. Huh. Or doing something to a family member. That's a really interesting theme that the last couple seasons have had. In Lost Galaxy, Mike falls down that chasm thing. The chasm closes and they think he's dead. And then it turns out he's actually the Magna Defender, kinda, sorta. And then in Lightspeed Rescue, Diabolico takes away Ryan, the son of Captain Mitchell, and he comes back as the Titanium Ranger. In Time Force, it was Rancic kills Alex, the fiance of Jen. Huh. Weird. There's a lot of bad guys murdering family members in the last few seasons. Or, well, attempted murdering. Oh, and even in the next couple of seasons, there's stuff sort of like that. Okay, anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.